bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grandmama Children's Home getting some much-needed financial assistance from a local parliamentarian as the countdown continues to the annual fundraising event. Sabrina Brown has the details.
It promises to be a fun-filled family day geared towards rallying community support for the Grand Bahama Children's Home. The second annual Christmas Carnival is set for Saturday, November 28th on the grounds of the home. The Member of Parliament for Pine Ridge and Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, donating $2,500 to the committee ahead of the fundraising event.
This year I've partnered with them. They have various levels of donation. I have partnered with the top level, level 4, clearly indicating that the seriousness of the need to raise funds for the children's home to make sure that individuals who work here, as well as the upkeep of the facility, as to a point where our kids are well taken care of. And so I'm so pleased with the work that is happening here at the Children's Home here in the Pine Ridge constituency. And over the years, I've worked very closely with the administrative team.
Executive Director at the home, Sheila Johnson-Smith, is grateful for the support.
We're so grateful to the Minister. Dr. Darville has been really a good friend to the Grand Bahama Children's Home. I call him crying on his shoulders, and he has come through for us. We're appealing to the public, the corporations, the general public to support the Grand Bahama Children's Home. This is our largest initiative for fundraising for the year. You know, it costs almost $400,000 to run this home. We get a grant from the government, but it is not sufficient.
Board member Leslie Baptista says Grand Bahama is in for a treat.
And we're inviting all of the Grand Bahama community to come out and support it. It's just $5 a ticket or $10 for a family of 4. And you've got face painting, arts and crafts, and bouncy castle included with that, and then loads of other games and food and fun. Just really a wonderful special day to celebrate the oncoming holiday season, the Christmas season. Our children here at the home participate in it.
The Christmas Carnival will be held Saturday, November 28th at the Grand Bahama Children's Home from 2 to 6 p.m. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. Well, she has written and published many books, is a music teacher by profession, and now she's adding artists to her portfolio. Tonight, we feature someone who's showcasing Bahamian culture in her unique works. Megan Shepard has the story.
She is a music teacher by profession and says she's dabbled in drawing. But 2 years ago, Valen Cooper discovered a new talent, painting. She began her first design on a set of fan blades, and now Cooper has over 100 bottles covered in unique scenes ready to be sold and adored.
I discovered this through something that I always laughed at when people said God told them to do something. Well, I had one of those moments, which I call a God moment. And it was like, go to Bellevue and get some paint. And I'm like, I don't know how to paint. So I went to Bellevue, I bought 2 kits, and the rest is now history.
Her artwork doesn't end on bottles, however. Cooper also paints pictures and even rocks. She says she is very inspired by nature, and her work often reflects her feelings and moods.
At first, my sister said, boy, these are good. Eventually, they said, oh, you're out of your depression now. So I didn't realize I was painting so dark that they realized I was going through something. And when I came out, the bottles, the painting showed that I came out of a depression, I guess, that I didn't know I was in. And now everything is full of life and strength.
She is encouraging more persons to take risks and try their hands at new projects. She says while this gift comes naturally to her, it is important to work and grow in your skills. She explains the symbolism behind one of her favorite pieces.
I love the vase because the black represents strength and the colors means that there's hope. And right now everything is so depressed. People need to know that in the midst of all of the depression, there is still a hope. There is still God. It may seem bad, but in the worst of times, sometimes is when you develop your best talent.
Cooper says sales have been a bit slow, but it is encouraging to know that her pieces are all over the world, including Germany and France, thanks to tourists that support her. She says she is hoping that a wholesaler will pick up her collection and take it to the next level.
Life is short, so you aim for the top. That way, if you fall a little bit, you still have some cushion to land on. So I'm thinking global.
To view and purchase her pieces, you can visit her Facebook page at Bottle Art by Valen. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. As I mentioned previously, November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and World Diabetes Day is observed on November 14th every year. So welcome to my special segment on diabetes. There are different types of diabetes. The stage before diabetes, called pre-diabetes, is a condition where your blood sugar levels increase to a level higher than the normal range for most people, but is still low enough to not be considered diabetes. If people who are pre-diabetic do not monitor their condition carefully by exercising, weight loss, and eating the right foods, they are at risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. In type 1 diabetes, some scientists believe it is either genetic or due to a virus, where the cells of the organ called the pancreas are attacked, destroyed, and stop producing insulin. Persons with this type tend to be under the age of 20, will have the disease for life, and will require lifelong insulin in the form of injections or an insulin pump. Type 2 diabetes, sometimes called adult onset diabetes, is generally found in people who become overweight as they get older. It accounts for about 90% of all cases of diabetes and is considered a lifestyle disease because it is normally caused by living in an inactive lifestyle. So please join in the fight against diabetes by staying fit and eating healthy. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away. Sports is up next with Ricardo Lightborn.